Hello, Internet. You can call me Frankie. And today I'm going to share some of my writing with you. Um, I'll be right back. So, Queso have to be one of the biggest YouTubers nowadays. Certainly one of my favorites, without a doubt. Here we go. Oh my. Writing is a bit shit, isn't it? Oh, well, let's hope that clears up. Alright. An Ode to Queso by Frankie. A poem for the grown Eric Cartman. Queso, you life-sized leprechaun, the burden and base of the earth. I don't think you fully comprehend how the snuffing of so many world problems would be synonymous with stifling your existence. And yet I must acknowledge that so many chain reactions would fall into smithereens if it wasn't for you. Oh, my dear Queso, for since the sunrise of time you have been a nuisance. Pangea, the mother of all countries, shattered the first time you tripped. And the dinosaurs, so many of which seen today in your favorite Wendy's fast food sandwiches, eradicated the first time you attempted to jump. In Catholic canon, Noah had to build an ark to save himself from the worldwide flood that was your first time urinating. Such destruction of natural order has not been impeded since you've been alive, for the withering ozone layer would heal in days if you'd slow your unceasing release of methane gas. World hunger, a plague that ravages so many stuck in poverty, would become a memory if you decided to go on a diet. Your stomach rumbles cause earthquakes in my homeland and the floor of many others around the earth. Japan, Mexico, California would all learn to live in peace if you'd halt your jumping jacks. Tsunamis of the east would no longer threaten nearby residents if your salivary glands would learn to prepare for less tons of food. Society has been collectively punished with your existence, for the myth of Bigfoot, I'm certain was inherited by a tangle of pubic hair you shaved decades ago. A fluff ball that journeys with the wind, confusing so many and causing conflict among skeptics and believers. Women ranging from double A's to triple D's find common ground for the insecurity you cause them, the notion that compared to yours, their chests are well below average. Brazilian butt lift companies use your images to scam tourist consumers, thinking that such an ass is somehow fathomable. Any form of respiratory exasperation causes strong winds from your nostrils, have proven powerful enough to cause hurricanes all over America. 411 cases have been jump-started by your hunger overriding the natural urge to resist cannibalism. Many fans fear for their lives in the wake of your hambre. Your ideal home would be the spaceship from Wall-E, for you'd fit right in. Oh, but my Pusky Queso, here you stand. For the destruction your life causes so much has learned to depend on you for survival. For your body heat is what keeps a modern-day ice age far from possibility, despite the fact that's because it causes global warming. The ecosystem of fast food chains would not nearly be as stable if it wasn't for your snacking acting as a base layer. Those who are overweight are inundated with confidence and never fail to look dapper when they stand next to you, knowing that they are still far from rock bottom, having thousands of solar masses worth of wiggle room to improve themselves. The few times a century that you are ambulatory, the number of flies and insects that get smashed across your limbs and frame as you walk the streets, keep bug numbers down to a manageable level. With the growing obesity in our human race, a mere image of you, my dear Casey Poo, is enough of a PSA to warn others of what they may become, and encourage the world to take care of their bodies. Your family as well has spread goodness to the earth. For your mother, the fifth planet in our solar system, absorbs your incoming siblings from space, with a gravitational pull to spare the earth from further destruction. But in all honesty, jokes aside, you taught the lesson that one's insecurities do not have to bring you down. Sure, one may be flawed, one may deviate from the average beauty standard, but that is no reason for melancholy. For you, Queso, you have shown to so many that self-love is not found with denial of one's rotten parts, but to improve, and if impossible, to accept and live with such idiosyncrasies. Queso, you show that though you cannot stop the world from laughing at you, you and yourself can decide to laugh with them instead of at your flaws. You have shown so many how to like themselves and prove that it is possible, with having so little to do with whether the outside world claims you deserve it or not. Self-love is the only love that can be guaranteed in life, and should therefore be present in all living. Queso, you prove that one can love themselves in spite of how ugly or ginger they are. May it be said that you were very needed in the modern world, and I dare say, a gift to the internet. And then we have the author's note, basically my little stand-in. Essentially, I'm a huge fan of your videos, really. They never fail to make me explode with laughter. And you have taught me to be less insecure about my height, and if you're wondering, I'm 6 foot and -7 inches. You do the math. I didn't know you were an actor. I should have recognized you with from the iceberg in Titanic, but either way, I'm so glad you got the role as Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Kong. That's a big accomplishment for you, Queso. So many have found joy in their lives because of you. It's hard enough to find in one's own, but you made it easy for so many. I speak for all when I say that we need such positive content in a world that is falling apart. Also, you're a fucking fat ass.